Welcome to this tutorial on begin, process, end blocks in PowerShell. Today we're diving into pipeline functions, which are special functions designed to handle streaming data efficiently. This is part of our PowerShell functions series, and by the end of this video, you'll understand how to structure functions that work seamlessly with the PowerShell pipeline. So what exactly are pipeline functions? These are functions specifically designed to process input objects from the pipeline one at a time, rather than all at once. The key capability here is handling streaming data efficiently without loading everything into memory at once. This means you can process large datasets or continuous streams of data without worrying about running out of memory or causing performance issues. Pipeline functions in PowerShell use three special blocks to control execution flow. First is the begin block, marked with a green circle, which runs once at the start before any data is processed. Next is the process block, shown with a blue circle, which runs for each pipeline object that comes through. Finally, there's the end block, indicated by the red circle, which runs once at the end after all objects have been processed. Understanding when each block executes is crucial for writing effective pipeline functions. Let's look at the basic structure of a pipeline function. You start by declaring your function with the function keyword, followed by the function name. Inside the function body, you define three blocks: begin, process, and end. Each block contains its own set of curly braces. The begin block holds your setup code, the process block contains the logic to process each object, and the end block includes your cleanup code. This structure gives you complete control over the pipeline execution lifecycle. The begin block executes once before processing any pipeline input. This is your opportunity to set things up. Common uses for the begin block include initializing variables or counters that you'll use throughout the function, establishing connections or sessions to remote systems or databases, and setting up data structures like arrays or hash tables. Think of the begin block as your preparation phase, where you get everything ready before the main work begins. The process block is where the main action happens. This block executes once for each object coming through the pipeline. To access the current pipeline object, you use the $_ variable or the $PS item variable. Both refer to the same thing, the current object being processed. This is the most important block for pipeline processing because it's where you transform, filter, or manipulate each individual object as it streams through your function. The end block executes once after all pipeline objects have been processed. This is your cleanup and summary phase. Common uses for the end block include outputting summary information or totals based on all the objects you processed, closing connections or sessions that you opened in the begin block, and cleaning up any resources you allocated. The end block ensures your function leaves things in a clean state and provides any final output or reports. Here's a complete example that ties everything together. The function count items demonstrates all three blocks in action. In the begin block, we initialize a counter variable called count and set it to 0. In the process block, we increment the count for each object and output that object using write output. Finally, in the end block, we display the total count using write host. This pattern of initialize, process, and summarize is extremely common in pipeline functions and forms the foundation for more complex data processing scenarios.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.